In the beginning of this vlog, there was Hyruleboy in a paper mask. Anyways, as I said, name's Hyruleboy. I'm a gamer, especially the free variety, and as you can see, I play TF2. But yeah, the title guy of this team probably, a fan of the Beatles and bands from the last half of the previous century. I also love video game music and the remixes of such. I'm going to dedicate this session to a little, if the fan base could forgive the adjective, freeware game called Cave Story. And if I may make this a regular part of my little portion of the vlogging, that is, the reviewing slash recommendation of freeware games. But let's proceed to the game. Cave Story is one of the best known and best loved freeware titles in that market, if you could call it such. Restricting it to a genre classification, it's sort of a platformer, shooter, Metroidvania, RPG, or some ridiculous word salad like that. The first thing you might notice is the graphics. Well, you should unless you're seeing this in the early 90s, which if you are, please take me back with you, or at least tell me how you were watching this. Which you may initially, in the screenshot, believe that this is actually an NES or SNES game, with its 8-bit retro style, and if you listen to the music, you may think it was truly so, but if it weren't for the drum beat that is so awesome no NES could ever handle it. But once you play the game, you see very quickly that there's something going for it that is a wonderful convenience. A smooth, graceful camera that will almost never screw you over, well, aside from one instance. But you'll find out. It's one of the best versions of camera screw that I have ever had the pleasure to look through. But then we get to something that I think holds the experience together, the aforementioned music. It sets many moods, but I refuse to tell you many of them. The reason? Like the story. I refuse to spoil either. It is a game that I suggest you play without formal knowledge of what will happen, but I assure you both are incredible. And finally, the main section of the mini game, and something that's almost as smooth as the camera, barring some, never mind. Cave Story's gameplay. Oh yeah, there's some small bumps along the road of the gameplay, but those are just small inconveniences, I assure you. But the game plays like you're in another world. Jumping is slow, high, and far. The weapons you acquire, which I refuse to name nor describe, are varied, and they also are the things that give us the main reason to call the game part RPG, aside from the massive amounts of, well, not really massive, but it's a rather text-heavy game. When you kill enemies, they may drop little yellow triangles, and as you pick one up, you may notice a bar under your health labeled level 1 fill up a little. You may come to the sudden realization that this game lets you level up your weapons, and as they increase in level, they change. With the level cap of free, there's also another facet of this mechanic that I'd like to touch on. When you take damage, you lose experience, possibly leveling you down, which can be disastrous in the many boss fights. As a final verdict, Cave Story is an awesome combo of not only genres, but retro gaming with some consideration for the player while not being too easy. In fact, it's deviously hard in certain sections. With moody music, silky smooth gameplay, and a slowly revealed story, Cave Story is one of the best freeware games I've ever played. Not only that, but one of the best games I have ever played. Period. Well, that's the end of the main review. However, I'd like to add in that Cave Story has a Wii report made by Nicholas or something like that, however you pronounce their name, sold for 1,200 Nintendo points. I can't say for certain that it's worth it or not. Is the added bonuses, remix songs, which I don't like, strange new translation, which removes one of the characters' catchphrases, which I really did like, and revamped graphics are a matter of opinion. But with that, I bid you farewell. This has been Freeware Suggester with Hyruleboy. Thanks for watching. Hyrule out.